Guys, so now we're going to go through all of the settings that you need to be worried about for your Facebook page, including your About Me section, all of the page settings, and then we're going to teach you how to add your CTA, which stands for Call to Action. So the first thing that we're going to do right here is we're going to click on these little three buttons, and we can maximize this right here, and we're going to go to Edit Page Info. And it gives us kind of a summary here, but I just prefer to go to See All Information right here. And depending on what this is, what your business is, obviously, you're going to choose different stuff here. I'm going to do Kevin David Ninja, create username, and there you go. Edit start date, you can do that if you want. Business type, I don't really worry too much about that. Or personal interest. If you have a business that requires people to be able to call you, maybe you're a local restaurant or like a bar or something like that, you'd want to put this in here. Or if you have like a 1-800 number, again, if you have an email address, I generally like to just put support@officialkevindavid.com. So if people have anything that they need from me, that they can just send to that email. The website, we're just gonna put www.officialkevindavid.com. Save it. Again, obviously this would be your own stuff. Edit other accounts, affiliation, not particularly important. Impressum is for like UK stuff. Sometimes you have to like put it for UK laws. But edit about, we'd say like Kevin David is an entrepreneur whose life mission is to free people from the 9-to-5 grind and enable them to live life as it was meant to be lived. Right, but I mean, depending on what your business is, again, you want to just put something short and sweet, what you stand for, something that you'd want every person to come to your page, arrive at your page to kind of know about your business, right? If you're a real estate agent, obviously I'm a real estate agent, and my life goal is to get you the most money when you sell your house, or to find you the best deal in Phoenix, Arizona, or wherever you're localized. You want to make it specific, and you want to make it important to other people. And things like that. If you have any awards, gender, personal information, menu, obviously if you're a restaurant, and so you can kind of just go through that. And then again, if you want to add like an actual story about your business, saying something like, we started 3 years ago in my mom's basement, and we've grown to $100 million a year, or whatever it is. But we're not going to do that. But if you want to, obviously you can right there. And so the next thing that we're going to talk about, guys, is the actual settings. So settings are up here. What we were just in was the page info. So there's a bunch of stuff here, and it probably looks really complicated, but most of this stuff is not going to matter to most people. Messaging is pretty cool, except we're gonna actually talk about how to use messaging in a super, super advanced way using a piece of software called ManyChat later on in this course. And so we're gonna ignore messaging because this is kind of how the basic people do it. We're gonna show you how to do it 100 times better than that. And we're going to go through all these individually just so you guys don't feel overwhelmed or anything like that. These templates are cool if you have like a specific business. Like if you have, if you're like a music venue, or you're a charity or a politician, you can use some of these other templates. But the standard template has been proven again and again and again for most businesses to be the best kind of converting. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that. If we want to add a tab, we can with things like, offers, services, shops. If you have like live videos that you do a lot, depending on what your actual business is, you can add these other tabs, but generally I like to leave these kind of how they are. The tabs that I actually add personally are the Instagram tab and the YouTube tab. And so if you have a business that has a strong Instagram presence, or you have YouTube content, then obviously you want to showcase that on your Facebook page, and so you can go ahead and just add those tabs. Post attribution just means who you post as, whether you post as your own personal Facebook or as your actual page. I generally leave it as the default. Notifications I leave, or I used to leave on, but now that I get multiple thousands of messages every day, I have to kind of change mine for my main page to be a little different. But most of the time you'd want to leave these notifications on so that if anybody ever messages your business, that you're going to know about it. And one of the cool things that I like to do, just because the world is completely digital and mobile now, there is an app called the Facebook Pages app, because when you get a message to your Facebook page, right, not to your personal Facebook, but to your Facebook page, remember that these are different. When you get a message to your Facebook page, it actually goes to your pages inbox. So it doesn't actually come and show up on your Messenger, your normal Messenger Facebook app. And so you have to download what's called the Facebook Pages app, and then you can turn notifications on your phone so you get notified everybody messages your actual business Facebook page. So videos, again, if you are a video creator, this one is going to be important for you, but most of the people aren't going to use that. Page roles is important, right? If you want to have virtual assistants come on and be customer service for your page, maybe you run an e-commerce store and your page is, drones are us or whatever, and you have a bunch of people that are visiting your Shopify site or whatever, and they have questions before they make a purchase, they come to your Facebook page, for example. If you don't want to actually be answering them yourself, all you have to do here is just either type a Facebook name or an email address, and you can add people as editors for your page itself, and then they're able to actually answer messages as you or as your page, for when incoming messages are on their way in. So people and other pages. This is just where you can see people who like your page. It's not particularly important. Again, this one not particularly important. Authorizations. Authorizations for ads with political content, again, not particularly important unless you are a politician. Partner apps and services, not particularly important for most people. Branded content, again, not particularly important. The Instagram can be important for people, and so what you guys have to do, if you do have an Instagram page, just go ahead and come into Instagram here, log in, and then you can feature your Instagram content on your Facebook page. And if you have a strong Instagram presence, then it is important. Page support inbox, if there's anything that actually is going on with your page itself, like if you have any warnings, policy warnings or things like that, this is where you'll contact them. But that is pretty much everything for the page settings right here. Of course, this is where your inbox, you can actually view messages that are coming in. Notifications, again, you can change your notification settings. Insights is an interesting one, right? And so Insights tells you all about your who is liking your page, whether it's 23% men or maybe it's 75% women or whatever it is, and you can tell where people are from. You can tell statistics about all of your different your reach. You can tell how well each particular post has performed. And so this is a lot of really good information. It's probably the best information that Facebook gives you related to Facebook pages. And so if you're consistently posting content on your Facebook page, and let's say you have 1,000 people who like it, maybe one post performs significantly better, right? You'll see the reach be much higher for some, and engagement is higher for some. And so then you'll be able to know, what kind of content your audience is reacting to. Publishing tools is cool. This is how you actually stream from your Facebook page. And so if you want to ever do a live video, you just come down to video here and then click the live button. And then you can go ahead and stream. We're not going to do that right now. But we will talk about live video later on in the course. And so the last thing that we want to do, guys, is we want to add the call to action. So the call to action is right here. And so we're looking at our Facebook page right now from the admin perspective. And so people who actually visit our page will see it a bit differently. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add a button here. So there's a couple different things, and this is probably the most important part about the Facebook page creation. I know this is kind of a boring part, but it's just necessary to run Facebook ads. You have to have a Facebook page, and creating a Facebook page kind of the right way with some content and things like that is important for conversions, which is why we're doing it. I promise everything I'm doing has a point. It's not just fluff. So you can do a couple of things here. So you can do make an appointment with you, make a booking with you now. So if you have a massage parlor or something like that and you want to have your Facebook page actually have the ability for people to make bookings, you can contact you, right? This is definitely the one that I recommend most people to do. Pretty much 100% of the time, using contact you and send message is going to be the best, right? Unless you have a business where you prefer people to call, then call now. So it's in 99.99% of the time, send message or call now is going to be the best overall converting call to action that you can have. The only other one is shop now if you have an e-commerce store, but I've found, obviously I have a bunch of e-commerce stores, and I found that send message actually converts more sales wise than shop now, because people always have that one last little question. If they're going to buy a drone from your store, they're going to say, hey, is this drone going to work in West Africa, or does it only work in the northern hemisphere, right? Or something ridiculous. People have crazy questions, and they always have one final question before they actually make the purchase. And so what we're going to do instead of choosing shop now is for most businesses, we're just going to use a send message. And so we're going to go to next here. Where would you like this button to send people? When customers click your button, they'll be directed to a place where they can take an action or find more information, right? And so our button is sending message, and it's configured to send a message. And so we're going to press finish here, and now our Facebook page is set up in a general way, right? And you can test your button to see if it actually works, and it'll actually pop up on your phone. So that is how you set up a Facebook page. That's why it's important to have content on your Facebook page, because every single ad on Facebook runs from a Facebook page. And so people can click on your page, and then they're going to investigate your company. They want to see social proof in the form of likes. And don't worry, we're going to show you exactly how to get super cheap likes for your page to generate social proof in later modules. But people want to see content. They want to see relevant, value-added content. And then they're going to say, okay, wow, this person actually does know what they're talking about real estate. Maybe I'm going to pay more attention, and I'm going to click through on their ad, and then I'm actually going to give them my email or watch their webinar or whatever they want to do, guys. So that is how you set up a Facebook page. About me section, that was kind of a general overview of all of the settings, and that is how you add your call to action. So let's get into the next one.